So whether you attend or not, Gen Con serves as a very important milestone each year in the ARH Destiny world. It is our annual reminder both to ourselves and to the world that we're still here in a living community. But today, I'm going to explain why this year in particular is a bigger milestone than most. A huge shout out to our channel members for supporting what we do here. If you want to get involved with the channel and the Dice Commando community, please consider joining as a channel member. Remember, these videos are only possible with your support. You can show that support with a like, a subscribe, and by leaving us a comment and sharing your feedback. Community first, and go Commando. Hey there, my Star Wars Destiny friends. Welcome back to Dice Commando and the Commando cast, and happy Destiny Friday. And this is a special one. I kind of want to talk the logic of the timing of this cast. So I am very aware that Gen Con is not yet for another couple weeks. That said, with the travel and the prep and then the previews for that, this Friday was the appropriate time to drop this to give people enough time to see it and really consider how important this year at Gen Con really is. And you know, Gen Con really, again, like I mentioned in the intro, whether you go, whether you don't, Gen Con itself just kind of serves as that kind of crux. It's the icing on the cake, I guess, whatever metaphor you want to use. It's really just the period at the end of the sentence. See, I can throw metaphors all day, but it's a very important just signpost for the fact that, you know, ARH Destiny is at the major gaming, you know, I guess one of the major gaming conventions in the world, and we're still able to do it, even though we've been flying solo for so long. And I think that's kind of the importance of this year. Now, there was a very big milestone that we crossed in April of 2024. Now, I had stuff ready to go for that, but April 19th was a very important date for ARH 8, and it kind of just got lost under spoiler season and all that. But what happened in April 2024 specifically was let's just rip off the Band-Aid. In April, we have officially been flying solo on our own. Not solo, solo's the wrong word, but we've officially been flying on our own longer than we were supported as an official game by FFG, right? So let's just put some things in concept, okay? So Destiny released in November of 2016. The announcement that Destiny would be dying, going away, whatever you want to say, came on January 17th, and then Covert Missions itself, which was the final expansion released, was March 6th. Now, Transformation dropped on July 13th, but we did not have a Worlds that year because of COVID, like we were going to have one anyway. Let's be completely honest with ourselves. That we don't need to go down that, okay? So once you start doing the math on that, if you use Transformations as the last official date, which I actually argue that Covert Missions was the last official date, but either way, if you go through and do that math, you saw that April 24 marked the inflection point where the game of Destiny has been surviving and thriving longer as an independent game than it ever did as an FFG supported game, right? That happened in April 2024, April of this year, 3 months ago, okay? So take a second to think about that. For 3 years, 9 months, Destiny was an official game, an official product supported by its original company. From April 2024 and going forward, we have exceeded that timeline. And what's even cooler about it is there's no end in sight, and hence why I'm excited about Gen Con, because Gen Con as the capstone kind of, I mean, it's the global capstone, at least as how I see it. And to be clear, that's not to undermine any of the other stuff that goes on. It's not in any way what I'm driving at. Hopefully you all understand that. I'm saying that Gen Con it's a big deal, right? And it kind of puts that capstone on it and just reminds everybody that we're still here. So to that end, and again, today's not going to be a long one, but that does not mean that this is not a very important episode, because I think that it's very important that we celebrate this and we recognize it. So let's talk about what's going on at Gen Con itself. I know a lot of people go to Gen Con for many, many other things. If you're a Flesh and Blood player, and hell, if you're not a Flesh and Blood player and you want to go get a Blaze promo and sell one on eBay, seems not like a bad plan. Okay, it's probably worth about $100. Probably make $60 on it. Looking at you, Sons of Destiny, for 3 of you to enter, it's not a bad turnaround. But either way, that's completely separate. You want to make sure you get your Destiny in. So we have an FFG standard event on August 1st. That's the Thursday at 10 a.m. That is a $8 event. That's pretty cheap, right? When you think about like what they're doing and all that, like the ARH teams kept this stuff pretty cheap. It could be a lot more, and I think most of us would be willing to pay it given what it is, but fair enough. Then on, that's right, the 2nd, 10 a.m., Smash by Dice Commando. Very consistently one of the more popular events. I've heard that this one was the most full, and I believe it sold out. That may no longer be true, but there's some spicy mats up for sale. I'm not going to take, or not for sale, for pricing. I'm not going to take away anybody's thunder on that, but yes, I was involved in helping that happen. Okay. We then have a Renewed Hope standard. That'll be the biggin. That'll be the biggin for $12, and that's Saturday at 8 a.m. That'll be the long one, but the biggin. And then Dicey Companions limited format, Dean's format, let's just be honest, set for August 3rd at 5 p.m., which I think is perfect because if you scrub out basically of the big event, the main event, the cool event, well, I don't know the cool event. The Smash one's pretty cool. But if you scrub out of the world champion, no, not the world championship, but the big event, to say it that way, you can go do some Dicey Companions. And that should be a lot of fun. And also, I want to give a big shout out to Tank. Tank was also and again, all these folks in the, you have Majo, you have all these folks in the community involved in making this stuff happen for themselves, right? We're doing it for ourselves collectively. Right? Tank made a whole bunch of stuff happen for Dicey Companions. He's making it, not only is he doing it, he's making it look good. Not like he doesn't make everything look good. But you understand what I'm saying out there, folks, right? So as we go through this, right, again, this is what's available. If you're going to be at Gen Con, if you're going for Gen Con for this, you already know this. If you're going to be at Gen Con, play some Smash. You don't even have to show up with anything. It'll be a great time. Be an awesome time. Play some Dicey Companions. Again, Tank's got your back. It's going to be great, folks. It's going to be absolutely great. So swing by, do that. Grab your Plays promo if you're a Fab player, or whatever other crazy stuff. There's probably Legion exclusives, or Fantasy Flight's always got exclusives there, or whatever it may be. Go enjoy other stuff that isn't Star Wars related. I know, whatever it may be. But at the very least, these guys are there. Swing by, bear hugs, high fives, banana phones, and all that good stuff. Okay. So as I sunset this, again, I actually want to take an opportunity. We should all really do this, myself less than many others in the community, in terms of keeping the wheels on the bus and keeping it going and making it happen, right? Echo, right? All you folks involved in ARH, which is no small amount of people, we're still here, we're still kicking. We have been alive longer than FFG supported this game. That doesn't mean it's FFG's game, or that means it's not FFG's game anymore. It's our game, officially. Okay? I mean, maybe not legally. Don't cease and desist us, baby. But you get my point. All right. Anyway, that'll do it for today. Happy Destiny Friday, folks. Love you all. And go Commando.